Hey everybody, DIY Dad here, and today we're going to do a very quick video about how to change the battery in a smart key for a Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep product. So if you have a key that looks like this, and you're starting to get that little warning about how your battery's dying, I'll take you through how to change it. Do it yourself, don't have to go to the dealership, save yourself a bunch of money. So this is the smart key for my Dodge Ram. It's a keyless truck, push button start, so I don't have anything that actually inserts into the dash. This just has to be in your pocket. I have a 2014 Dodge Ram. Shouldn't matter, these keys are used for a lot of Chrysler products. You see them everywhere. So I'm starting to get a message on my dash saying that the battery in this is going bad. So we're going to talk about how to switch that. So first and foremost, if your battery has already died and you're locked out of your truck, there is a key actually built into this that will let you get into your vehicle. If you flip this over, this little lever on the top will actually release a bladed key from the side. So I'll just kind of flip this over. Hard to do with one hand, but this key will pop out. And that will actually fit in your door to allow you to unlock the truck and get in. I believe there's actually a spot in the truck itself where this can be inserted so that you can start the truck if the fob battery is fully dead, because otherwise your keyless start's not going to work. So once that battery is removed, we've got this little fob. Now this is something that you can very easily do, and you can do it without any tools. We're actually going to use this key as the tool for it. So if you look at the end of this, there's a slot on the bottom that the key goes into, and then there's an indent at the top, and that indent is meant to allow you to open this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the key, and I'm going to need both hands for this. I'm going to put it in that indent and just turn it slightly, and that's going to separate the two halves of this fob. So it doesn't take much pressure at all, and you can see these two pieces are split. So at this point then you can kind of get your fingernail in there and just separate the two halves of this fob. So kind of work your way around, pull these apart, and I'll show you the next piece. All right, so very little pressure, and these two parts come across. There's nothing here to break, so don't worry too much about that. You don't obviously manhandle it, but pretty easily you can separate these. So now I've got this outer cover removed. We're going to set that aside, and we need to pull this guy out. So there's an inner piece inside this lower cover, this bottom cover piece. So you can kind of get your fingernail underneath it and start to work this loose and just pull this straight up. And then there were three. So I've got the top cover, the bottom cover, and then this middle piece. If you flip this over, you're going to see your battery. Now these take a standard CR2032 battery, and to get that battery out of there, if you kind of look at it from the side, see there isn't really an easy way for that to come free. So you have to pull this circuit board out of this block. So we had three pieces, we're about to have four. All you have to do this is, again, just kind of get your fingers underneath it and you can pull this loose. So now I've got four pieces. We have the circuitry itself with our actual push buttons on the back and this battery. Now all you have to do to get the battery out is take a small jeweler's screwdriver or your thumbnail and get between the edge of the battery and this tab right here and push that way. This battery will spring loose and actually come out, and then you just take another battery and insert it the same way. Make sure that the CR2032 is pointed up so that you can read the lettering. You don't want to install this battery backwards or it's not going to work for you. So I'm going to pop this out, pop a new one in, and then assembly is going to be the opposite of what we just did. Okay, new battery is installed. So we're going to flip this guy over, and then we're going to line up the buttons here with the openings. So it's going to go like this. Once that's seated, we're going to take this piece, flip it over, and that's going to seat into our rear cover. And these only really fit together one way, but if you're looking at it the way I'm holding it, where this little tab is pointed out and the key pops out, your text is going to be upside down. So this, I guess, is technically the proper way to hold it, but this little tab will point down away from everything that's happening, and your rounded edge is going to be at the top by your lock and unlock. At that point, we're just going to take this outer cover, line it up, and that's just going to snap right across the top. Just give it a little bit of pressure. You'll hear it click all the way around. And you're done. So you can go out to your car, hit your lock unlock. Everything should work fine. There's no reprogramming necessary at all. and then this key can slide right back inside. Well, there you have it. It takes about 1.5 minutes to do, start to finish. Anybody can do this, no skill level required, and save yourself a bunch of time and hassle of having to go to the dealership, and they will charge you to replace it. CR2032 batteries are super easy to find. You can get them at most gas stations, Walmart, Target, any place like that. So pick up 1 or 2 if you've had a key like this for a long time. You're probably going to have your battery go dead fairly soon. Mine lasted 6 years or so. My Chevy Volt, they tend to drop a little bit faster than that, so we always have a couple of these on hand. So this being the end of a DIY dad video, I owe you a dad joke, and since we're talking about keys, what type of key do you use to get into a locked haunted house? A spooky. All right, remember, with any DIY project, most important step is just to do it. No one's going to see the flaws unless you point them out to them. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please do the YouTube-y things. If you like content like this, like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next project. Take care.